Y'all, we need to talk about how parents really need to stop being their children's first bully. My name is EmilyHanhan. I love colorful makeup and colorful language. And I also am a fat liberationist and I fucking hate diet culture. This video starts the way a lot of terrible things start. I saw a TikTok that truly made me want to rage, cry, destroy things, rage, cry, yell, cry, rage, cry, yell. I had all of the big emotions, all of the bad feelings, all of the anger at this TikTok, and I have been trying to get myself on camera to talk about it, and we have to stop this parental bullying shit. Now, I am not a parent. I've never wanted kids. I've never wanted marriage. None of it. None of it. But, this topic, this TikTok that I saw, it's a lot. So, if you like bitches with lots of opinions, colorful makeup, or just cute fat babes, I hope you'll subscribe. And let's talk about it. I'm gonna show you the TikTok. We are gonna be talking about intentional weight loss, parental abuse and trauma, disordered eating possibly. Like we're all in that zone, okay? So please don't watch this if that is something that is sensitive to you and you are not in the space to watch this. I understand it, I feel it, and yeah, so let me show you the TikTok. Yeah. So, here's the thing. This TikTok might have been a joke. Maybe. But this concept of being upset that your child is chubby or fat or whatever you want to call it, it's not joke-worthy material, and it's exhausting. I have to actually thank creators on TikTok, I would say probably also on YouTube, on other social media platforms, who have talked about trauma and parents, and I don't remember who said it first this way. It's not coming from my own brain. But when the example or the description of like parents want to be their children's first bully or parents are their child's first bully, it stopped me in my tracks, because I think some parents do actually want to be, and I think some parents just kind of, with their own trauma and all of their shit, they just are their child's first bully, whether or not it's as purposeful. But either way, the effect and the point still stands. Okay, I talked about this in my softness video. No one needs to be hard. You do not need to bully your child to prepare them for the hard world out there. The reality is that if you support your children, if you help build their own sense of self, if you give them boundaries and discipline and all of these different things, you help create a whole person with their own sense of self and their own strength and softness and all these things. where then when they have to deal with bullying in whatever capacity, then you are there to help that situation. But this concept of bullying your children so they are hardened and ready for what comes is fucking bullshit. Nobody should be making fun of somebody for their weight, their height, their abilities or disabilities, their intelligence, or their mental status, or any number of traits. Their skin color, their eye color, their hair, all of it. Nobody should be bullied for that. And so I saw this TikTok that is this petite mother making a joke of having a chubby child. It just really hit me in all of the wrong ways. You are using your child as a punchline on the internet? Like, that is one of the things when you have parents who behave as bullies, is they will often use their children as punchlines in like family settings and gatherings and entertaining situations. Like, they will do that in like private and smaller public spaces, and that is bad enough. Somebody that has experienced that is bad enough. But to use your child, your baby, as a punchline or something for a TikTok for the entire world to see. What the fuck? What the fuck? If I was that child, as soon as I found that out, because they will find that out. That is the power of the internet. That will become knowledge to them. As soon as I found that, I would have major issues with being in the same space as them. But I'm also somebody that is not in communication with my family anymore because of shit related to this video in some ways. Your children are not punchlines, and also your children are not moldable to your desires. And for that baby to already be dealing with you as a parent being unhappy with their body already, that is so fucking uncalled for. And if anybody is like, it's just a joke, they won't remember, blah, blah, blah. Look, I don't care if you look at this as just a joke, because it's not a funny joke. And their kid might remember, or their kid might only have memories related to diet culture, intentional weight loss, and things related to that. As somebody speaking with that kind of brain, it does make a lasting impact. I hope that this mother realizes that her body type is not a guarantee for how her children are going to, be born and grow up into. And she really cannot force that on them. I hope that. I hope fat liberation finds her truly. And I do really think that parents should be fat liberationists. They need to be before having children, or at some point in time in the process when the children are still young, because your body image issues, your food issues, your judgments on other people should not be put on your children. And it is actively harmful, and it is setting them up not only to have a fucked up relationship with their own body, with food, with their own parents. But it's also not just a childhood thing. That is a lifelong impact. A lot of people work on themselves and get to places where it is less impactful. I know that's where I am at, but it is still a lifelong impact. And the impact varies day to day, moment to moment. Like, it varies, but it stays with you. And so just to see this public display of fat shaming your own fucking child, the rage. And Gervais, who, if you're not following Gervais on all social medias, you should. Like, I cannot encourage you enough. But I saw a response, or I think it was a reel on Instagram, but it might have been on TikTok, I don't know. But a response about this video, and there were so many good points made from them about how also, like, being the fat daughter is always meaning that you are never... Being the fat daughter means you never live up to standards that society has on daughters.
No mother do not like no big fat ass daughter.
Being a good daughter under patriarchy means being a petite daughter. I think about the second clip a lot because it's true. And it's actually really hurtful to be rejected and humiliated by your family because of your size. Being a fat daughter means being a disappointment in a world obsessed with size. Isn't that absolutely silly? Let's change that. Fat children deserve enthusiastic and non-judgmental unconditional love just like the rest of us.
It's a constant, like, whether it is coming from your own mother or father or your grandparents or aunts and uncles or cousins or society at large. Being a fat daughter, being a fat woman or femme, or, you know, it fucks with you. And it can be hard enough when you are, like, strong and self-aware and understand that other people's perceptions of you do not affect the value you hold yourself at, and all of these things. It's hard enough, like, as a fully formed adult. But when you're a kid, when I was a fat daughter in a family full of not fat daughters especially, but generally not fat kids and not really fat adults, yeah, I was simultaneously held to a higher standard of how I was supposed to present myself and keep up, appearances. I was held to a higher standard, but I was also always never meeting the standards. It was never good enough because I wasn't thin. I was never good enough because I was still fat. No matter how many diets parents put me on, no matter how many fitness plans, no matter how much I truly fucking tried for decades, I was never going to be what was wanted of me and expected of me as a daughter because of the views of my family. And so And I really appreciated what Gervais said in terms of that part of it, because even if this one, this is just one example, but even if this child grows up to be, a very well-adjusted, not damaged person, the impact is still there, and the societal expectations of who you're supposed to be, especially when you're a daughter, is fucking intense. And I just found this piece of media such a succinct, quick little example of how fucked, just how fucked this is, the world, society at large, like, and how fat liberation really is for everyone, but it is almost especially for people who are thinner, smaller, like, yeah, I've lost my words. I think I had more points at some point that I was gonna try to make, but I just needed to rage against the machine for, I don't know how long I've been going at this point. And I hope I made some kind of point or impact with this video. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments. Yeah, and thank you for being here. And thank you to my patrons and my channel members. I would love to have anybody watching support me in those ways, or subscribe, or any of the things that make you happy also make me happy. I have lost brain words. So thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to take care of yourself better today than you did yesterday, because you are worth it. Bye, friends. Fucking hell. I hate that I just lost it. And by it, I feel like I lost the point.